अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। I hope आप सब खैरियत से होंगे. So this is my second video on this channel, which is about collecting documents for approbation. So this topic is a bit overwhelming for everyone, for every practitioner, medicine or dentist or pharmacist who comes to Germany and wants to practice here. We all struggle with it. I myself have gone through this process, and I wanted to guide all the other people who are right now going through this or want to start this process soon. I will guide step by step and I will share my experience. It may not be your experience, it can vary from state to state. So yeah, stay with me till the end if you are if you want to know about it. Right, so collecting documents for approbation. Approbation is the document or the license which you get after you have submitted your documents successfully and you have passed a few tests, and after that you can practice here in Germany as a doctor, dentist or a pharmacist. Right, so and you don't need to write down anything. I have prepared slides and you can afterwards take the screenshots if you need, and just write down any questions if they may arise, and you can ask them in the comments. So let's start. What are you going to learn? List of documents which we are going to need from Pakistan, list of documents from Germany, how to get them translated, how to get attestations, how to get the finances from Arbeitsagentur, how much time it can take to complete this process, and how to get consultation for this process. There is a lot of information you may get on internet from your fellows, and the experience for other people may vary, right? So it's better that you get a consultation, and there are various means for that, and that I will be sharing in the end. So these are the order of the steps which you already know. If you are watching this video, that means that you are already aware, but for the people who are not aware, I would like to share. So A1 to B1, first of all, A1 to B1, then comes your B2 Beruf or Allgemein by Telk or Gothe, and both of them are accepted. Then is collecting your documents and sending to Zahnarztkammer. Okay, so from now on onwards, because I am a dentist myself, I will be sharing according to a dentist, but the process is same for MBBS or pharmacists also, right? Then comes if you are submitting your documents, then you are meanwhile preparing for C1 or FSP. It's the same. Then you will get, when your documents will be accepted, when you have collected your documents successfully and sent them, they will go through them and then they will let you know, and then you will get an appointment for C1. You will give your C1 exam, you will find a job, and you will get your Berufserlaubnis. That means you can practice for 2 years after clearing your C1 exam. So right now I am at this step, and of course there are a few other steps also after you get your Berufserlaubnis, but because I have not yet gone through them, so therefore I will just be sharing what I know and what is my experience. Okay, so these are the documents which you need from Pakistan, but before going through them, I would like to go directly towards the form so that I can show you the names of these certificates in German. Yeah, so let's go directly towards that. This is the form, and because I am from Sachsen, I will be sharing the form in detail. I will be talking about in detail the form from Sachsen, right? So if you want to search from your for your state, you just have to write Antrag auf Erteilung der Approbation / Berufserlaubnis and your state name for that, and you will get the form, right? So in my state, it's possible that I can apply for Approbation and Berufserlaubnis at the same time. Then this form is for doctors, dentists and pharmacists likewise. Then here you will choose from where you are, EU land or Drittstaat. So we are from Pakistan, we will choose this. Then you will your personal information. Then the important part which we are talking about today is the Nachweise. So the first point, I will just go through all of these points first, and then I will show you the slides. and it will make it easier a bit, right? You don't need to take any notes, all the information is already in the slides. So first is, wo die beabsichtigte Tätigkeit im Freizeit-Sachsen aufgenommen werden soll. That means that where will you be working after you get your Approbation, right? So you can show this proof by few means, which I will be sharing in the slides later. Then Identitätsnachweis. It means your Ausweis, yeah, your ID, which you get when you are in Germany, and then Reisepass, your passport. And you have to send them the attested copy of this, not your original, right? Then comes your birth certificate, right? And just for a little information, this thing also comes later in the slides, that which documents needs to be translated. So all the documents which are in English, they will be you will need them to get them translated. So this is the birth certificate, the first one which you need translation. Then amtliche Nachweis bei Namensänderung. I think this most of the people don't need that, because our name is not changed after marriage or anything, so this doesn't apply to many of us. Then comes ärztliche Bescheinigung. So this is a letter from your doctor, Hausarzt, your physician, and there is a proper form which you can download, and it will also be available from in your form. It will be mentioned that from where you can download it. Yeah, so in my case it's mentioned here. And this document also expires, right? So I have made a list also of the documents which expire later. Yeah, just state that. Then aktueller tabellarischer mit Datum versehener und persönlich unterschriebener Lebenslauf. It means your CV, it should be current, it should be in table form, the date and signature should be at the end. It's a must, right? So then comes your police certificate, polizeiliche Führungszeugnisse. So you need it from Germany and from Pakistan also, from your homeland. So the police certificate from Pakistan, it should be not older than 3 months, and from Germany it should not be older than 1 month. And then comes your Zeugnis über die ärztliche, zahnärztliche, pharmazeutische Prüfung. So this means your degree, yeah. And then mit Hager Apostille oder legalization, it means it should be attested. So from Pakistan you have to get your degree attested from HEC. So this is only one document which needs HEC attestation. So I am sharing my experience. This is what was accepted in my case, only the HEC attestation. And this process is very straightforward. You may watch few videos on YouTube about HEC attestation, and it's quite straightforward process. Then comes Nachweise der bisherigen beruflichen Tätigkeiten. It means that you have to, if you for example worked after your degree, after your graduation in Pakistan or in Germany, your reference letters, work reference letters, if they are in English, they need to be translated. Then comes Nachweis der Berechtigung zur uneingeschränkten Ausübung des Berufs. So it means your license to practice, and this is issued by PMC or PMDC. Then Nachweis über deutsche Sprachkenntnisse, it is your B2 certificate. Then comes Unbedenklichkeitsbescheinigung, certificate of good standing. This is also issued from PMC or PMDC. So right now I think PMC changed to PMDC again, and this process is a bit difficult now. Before it was a bit easy when it was PMC. So it also expires in 3 months. When you are applying for it, it should not be expired. Then comes Anlage zum Diplom. So this is the curriculum, and then comes the personalisiertes Studienbuch, Syllabus mit Inhalten zu den einzelnen Fächern. So these two documents confused me a lot. I asked many people about it, and I didn't get any clear answer. So here what helped me is the consultation which I took, and the lady guided me really well. So in Germany you can get consultations for this process when you are beginning with this process, and it's in English and it's completely free, right? So Anlage zum Diplom, and she then guided me that curriculum for us curriculum and syllabus is almost the same, but curriculum for them is the document in which your date of admission and all your personal information is mentioned at the start, and then all of your subjects which you studied in all of your years with your marks and the study hours, and then at the end also the practical hours. So this is what they call as curriculum, and syllabus is the like your subjects and the details of the subjects, like what topics did you read in each subject, and a lot of details for that. So this is what you need if you want to apply for the Gutachter services. I will talk about it later also. So in my case, I didn't submit a syllabus. I tried to contact my university that if they can issue me a personalized syllabus, because they say that it should not be generalized. Your name should be mentioned at the start, and at the end it should be signed by the principal of your college or university. So in my case, it was like impossible to get from Pakistan, and I didn't submit it. So let's go further. These are Erklärungen, and here this means only if any criminal offense is registered against you or the process is going on. Of course, this is very clear. And then this information is also very clear. It means that आपने पहले कोई जमा करवाया है बेरूफे लाबनेस या अप्रोबासियोन के लिए एप्लीकेशन या नहीं. So this is also very simple. You can just translate it, and almost all of the points are going to be crossed. So then here you can mention if any of the document is missing, and you may write that I have submitted all my documents in the required form, and if you need anything else you can contact me, and so on. Datum and Ort. Okay, then here what I wanted to show is Erklärung zur Gleichwertigkeitsprüfung. So in my state Sachsen, it's like I cannot avoid this process of Gleichwertigkeitsprüfung. What is it? इसका मतलब ये है कि आपकी जो आपने जो डिग्री पाकिस्तान से ली है और जो डिग्री यहाँ करवाई जाती है डेंटिस्ट्री या BDS की या MBBS की, तो उसमें कितना फ़र्क है और कितनी स्टडीज़ जो हैं वो आपको और करनी पड़ेंगी, या कौन से एग्ज़ाम आपको और देने पड़ेंगे. ठीक है, अगर वो बराबर नहीं है. ग्लाइशवेटिश का मतलब ये है ना कि वो इक्वल नहीं है. तो दिस इज़ लाइक इक्वलेंस सर्टिफिकेट. In some states I've heard that you can avoid this process, but here it's not possible. Like here it is written very clearly, ein Verzicht auf die Gleichwertigkeitsprüfung ist nicht möglich. तो ये आपको करना ही पड़ेगा. This is not impossible to avoid this process. And some people are very confused about what is Gutachter. So Gutachter is you can say a service or you can say a company which this council, the Landesdirektion Sachsen, to which we submit our documents, they employ them, right, to do this Gleichwertigkeitsprüfung. Yeah, so this equivalence is done by the Gutachter, and the Landesdirektion Sachsen, they ask us later to pay for these services also. And this is the further Erklärung, and here you can mention if you have submit all the documents, then you will take this. If you are going to submit later, and here you will mark if you say that, for example, I cannot submit my documents, like if there is some reason, like in my case syllabus was not available, so I wrote it down here. एक और बात यहाँ इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि अगर आपने, और ये आपने काम कब शुरू करना है डॉक्यूमेंट्स इकट्ठे करने का और सबमिट करवाने का. So you can do it even after B1 and while doing B2. Before doing B2 you can also do it, right? And then you will choose this option: Ich alle erforderlichen Ausbildungsnachweise schnellstmöglich vorlegen werde. That I will submit the documents later. The alle erforderlichen. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि आपने अभी B2 नहीं किया और आप जो है वो ठहर के जब आप B2 कर लेंगे तो आप सबमिट करवा देंगे. इसका फ़ायदा ये होता है कि आप B2 से पहले डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट करवा दें, और एज सुन एज पॉसिबल आपने B2 किया, आपने उसका सर्टिफिकेट भी जमा करवा दिया और आपने C1 की तैयारी शुरू कर दी. ठीक है, तो मीनवाइल ये होता है कि वो आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स की प्रोसेसिंग करते हैं, और जैसे ही आपका C1 ख़त्म होता है आपकी C1 की अपॉइंटमेंट आ जाती है. ठीक है जी, तो बाकी आई थिंक क्लियर हैं इसमें बातें. अब हम चलते हैं वापस अपनी इस पर. सो डॉक्यूमेंट्स फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान जो है वो मैंने यहाँ पे ऐसे लिस्ट आउट कर दिए हैं दोबारा से. ठीक है, बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट आई थिंक क्वाइट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. जो पुलिस सर्टिफिकेट है मैं क्योंकि पंजाब से हूँ तो उसके लिए पर्सनली जो है आपको वहाँ पे होना चाहिए. पंजाब का ये केस है. बाकी अगर आप किसी और प्रोविंस से हैं तो आप अपना एक्सपीरियंस ज़रूर नीचे शेयर कीजिएगा. और डिग्री जो है आपकी टेस्ट होनी चाहिए HEC से, ये मैंने पहले बात कर ली है. वर्क रेफरेंस लेटर ट्रांसलेशन चाहिए होगी. लाइसेंस टू प्रैक्टिस फ्रॉम PMC और PMDC, इसकी भी बात हो गई है. अच्छा, ये जो लाइसेंस ऑफ प्रैक्टिस है ना, ये भी एक्सपायर हो जाता है. ठीक है, तो ये भी आपने देखना है कि ये 2 years मोस्टली आई थिंक इसकी एक्सपायरी होती है। फिर सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ गुड स्टैंडिंग, ये भी एक्सपायर होता है। जो सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स एक्सपायर होते हैं उनकी मैंने एक और लिस्ट भी बनाई हुई आ गया, मैं आपको अभी दिखाती हूँ। देन करिकुलम और पर्सनलाइज सिलेबस। सो डॉक्यूमेंट्स फ्रॉम जर्मनी विच यू आर गोइंग टू नीड आर ID, हाउसवाइज पासपोर्ट, दोनों में से एक चीज़ आप जमा करवा सकते हैं। आई चूज पासपोर्ट। देन प्रूफ इन विच स्टेट यू विल बी वर्किंग। सो दिस इज द थिंग विच आई वॉज सेइंग दैट आई विल मेंशन। इनमें इसके प्रूफ के लिए कि आप कहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, ये उनको इसलिए चाहिए होता है कि आपका जब तक प्रोसेस चल रहा है, ये सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स सबमिशन और सारा वो प्रोसेसिंग कर रहे हैं, तो आप अप्रोबाशन मिलने तक आप इसी स्टेट में रहेंगे, ठीक है। बाद में आप मूव कर सकते हैं, लेकिन जब तक आपका ये प्रोसेस नहीं कंप्लीट होता, यू हैव टू स्टे इन द सेम स्टेट। सो इसके लिए आप 4 चीज़ें जमा करवा सकते हैं। दिस इज़ व्हाट माय कंसल्टेंट टोल्ड मी एंड व्हाट आई सबमिटेड वाज दिस थर्ड ऑप्शन। सो दिस वर्कड फॉर मी, right? So first option is Meldebescheinigung. This is your city registration when you come and register yourself in a city in Germany. This is the letter, this is the document you get. You can also submit that. Maybe it will not be accepted in your case, in your state. You will have to ask particularly about it in your state. Then interview invitation letter. So it for example, if you have applied for a job and you have they have called you for an interview, they may send you an Einladung, invitation, so you can submit that too. Then comes the work contract of husband. It worked in my case. Fourth, if you have kids and they are going to a school or kita, you can get a letter from there, so they may know, of course, that if your kid is studying here, it means that you are going to stay here. Then comes your CV, and what I did is I went to the stepstone.de and generated my CV from there. I think it was not a very well explained CV, but I think it was it was enough and it was accepted in my case. Police certificate from Germany, it's the process. This document you should go for it at the end. Like if all of your documents are arranged, translated and everything, then you should go for this police certificate. So it is also issued by the Bürgerbüro, the city office, city registration office, and it costs around 13 euros. And they don't give it to you they don't give this police certificate directly to you, they send it directly to the council, right? Then letter from physician. I already showed you the form. I already told you that you have to download the form, right? And then your B2 certificate. So these are all the documents that expire. Letter from physician, and its validity is 3 months. I haven't written it here. Then police certificate from Pakistan, it expires in 3 months. Police certificate from Germany, 1 month. License to practice from PMC or PMDC, it's valid for 2 years, and you have to see when you are applying if it's expired or not. Then comes your certificate of good standing. Its validity is 3 months. So to avoid this hassle, like the documents may expire, what I did is when I went to Pakistan, I collected all these documents, and as soon as I came here, I started getting the documents attested and translated, and within 3 months I sent my documents. So the documents which have 1 month validity, like I already told you, the police certificate from Germany, it should be you should get it issued at the end. Okay, like I told you that all the documents which are in English from Pakistan, they need to be translated and attested. So you can either get your original documents from Pakistan attested before or after getting translations. So there are more than one ways to get this process done. What I did is I got attestations first from city registration office. What are you going to do? That you will take your original documents with you, all the documents from Pakistan which are original, in original form, and the city registration office, they will copy it on their own. You don't have to take copies, you have to take your original documents, and they charge like 10 euros per copy, and then they will attest it for you, right? And then I send these attested copies to the translator, and the translator attached the German translations with attested copies, and this is the form I submitted these documents in. So how to find a sworn translator? This is the website which you can go on, and you can search for a translator who is specialized in medicine. Their subjects are mentioned there. Then you have to send your scanned documents to 2 or 3 of them and ask them to share their Angebot or offer, right? And then you have to send these offers to your contact person at Agentur. If you are not yet registered at Agentur für Arbeit, you should do it as soon as possible, and they will assign you a contact person. I have talked about it in my previous video on B2. Then they will approve which offer they can finance. So this is the process which I followed. If you do not let them know beforehand, the Agentur für Arbeit, they may not reimburse you the amount, right? Further is what happens when you submit the documents. So the first is the council will contact you in 2 to 6 weeks. In some cases I've heard in 2 weeks you get the confirmation. So they will confirm 2 things: that we have got your documents, they are correct, or if something is missing. Then they will tell you that we have registered you for the FSP exam, and this confirmation is called the Eingangsbestätigung. And then you will get a letter to submit your fees for FSP. It's 450 euros. All the cost I have mentioned later also, and later for Gutachter services. You will get appointment for FSP after they have received your payment. You will get appointment to go to the council and show your original documents. So what was the timeline for me? I submitted my documents in the start of July of this year, and I got the confirmation in the start of August, in 5 weeks. And at the end of August, I had this appointment for showing my original documents, and between them I paid for FSP, for Gutachter services, and just 1 week ago I got my appointment for FSP, and that is in December. So I have heard that in some states it made longer than that. You can see that I applied in July, submitted my documents, handed in, and I got my appointment in December. So it's already a very long period. So therefore it is really recommended that you get your documents as soon as possible. Even if you are doing B1 or B2, you can submit them, and when you do B2, you can submit the B2 certificate later, so that you get your FSP appointment as soon as you complete your C1, the C1 or FSP preparation. So I have shared the costs. There is a spelling mistake, bear with me. So attestation of passport by notar. The attestation of passport is also needed because I just told you that you have to submit it as a attested copy and not as an original. And Bürgerbüro will not attest it. At least in my case, they didn't attest it, and I had to go for a notar. So you can search for notar in your city. Just write down your city name and notar, and you will get them. You will find them. So 12 euros for that. Then letter from physician. It may cost around 10 to 20 euros. They do a blood test also in some cases. Then your police certificate from Germany, 13 euros. Attestations, which I got from Bürgerbüro, 10 euro per document. And it is also variable. This may change from your state. I have heard that in some states it's 5 euros. Then translations, it may cost, of course, how many documents you are getting translated. In my case, it was around 300 euros. FSP costed in my state 450 euros, and Gutachter services in my state 145 euros. Then comes the reimbursement of cost. Of course, first you will pay all of these costs from your pocket, and then later you can get them reimbursed from Agentur für Arbeit. But there is a condition: you have to let your contact person know beforehand that you are going to start the process, and you have to mention the process also, like you have to get attestations, you have to get translations, you have to pay for FSP, and you have to pay for Gutachter services. So this is called as Anerkennung Verfahren. Anerkennung means recognition, and Verfahren means the process. Then your contact person, they will issue you application form, and later when you have paid for all of these things, you can fill out the application form and attach your receipts with that and send this to your contact person in Agentur für Arbeit. I have recently done that, and I hope I get my payment back. So this may be very interesting for you, how to get consultation, because information is all over the place, and many people guide you. Of course, their intentions are good, but sometimes the information doesn't apply to you, so you have to contact a person which is specialized in this process and which can guide you according to your state. So the first one is Anerkennung in Deutschland.de. This is a very, very helpful website. Explore it, go on it. You will find a lot of information related to you. Then if you are in Sachsen, or if you are in any other state also, I think Sachsen, these services, EQ network services, are also available in other states. So this is the option which I chose. They helped me a lot. I got attended a total of 3 appointments with them. One when I was doing B1, one when I was doing B2, and third when I was going to submit my documents. Third is Arbeitsagentur.de. So this is the you can say the sub office of the Agentur für Arbeit, which help you out in your berufliche Anerkennung. This is their email address, and this is particularly helpful for those people who are not yet in Germany. They can get consultation from them, and they are really, really helpful, and the consultation is totally free. And all of these consultations are free from all of them. So at the end, I would like your input. Do share your experience. It may help out others. We also have a WhatsApp group for Pakistani female dentists, and there are many ladies which are from different states, and we help each other out. And I have learned all this information from others and from my own experience. So if you share your experience down here, it may help others. Then if you can share with others, you may know a person who is doing MBBS right now, or who wants to move to Germany, or if he or she is already here and wants to start this process. Yeah, and I'm here if I can clear any confusions, that I would be happy to do that. And my email address, if you need more details in Urdu or English or anything. So this is my email address. So I hoped this video helped you out in some way, and if it did, do let me know in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions, like any other questions on which I can make video about it, as I like sharing my experience with everyone. I will keep making videos as I go further on my process. So I'm waiting right now for my exam, for FSP exam, and if I clear it, I hope so, fingers crossed, then I will share my experience of FSP, how I did the preparation, and what is the process, and how you can prepare for it, of course. So take care, and Allah Hafiz.